Bitch, when I pressed record,
I didn't say you press it.
I said, are you ready? And I said,
you did.
And I said, are you sure?
You did.
Then you said yes.
I'm sorry.
But we ain't say nothing bad, but we'll start over. That's fine. You know. Hey, everybody. It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys had a great weekend.
I can see the DMs there. What exactly is it?
Yes.
That you didn't like. And me saying, huh? What?
Yeah, I don't even go to them.
No.
Everybody, I hope y'all had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. I had a chance to relax yesterday. But for some reason, Mikkel, I could not go to sleep. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Before I tell y'all why I couldn't go to sleep, everybody watching, make sure y'all click the thumbs up button. Please click the like button. Leave a comment down below if you hear something that, interests you or a topic that interests you. The Scorpion Show podcast made its return back to Spotify and on Apple Music and Google Play and iHeartRadio and all the other platforms. Now, on Friday, I had a huge problem with getting our podcast on Spotify. I don't know what happened. It just would not show up. It was acting as if our channel never existed. So I had to re-sign us up on Spotify. So if you are a Spotify listener, please make sure that you resubscribe to the Scorpion Show's channel on Spotify and rate us. And also, if you listen on Apple iTunes, and a lot of you do, most of you do, please rate our podcast. Click that 5-star, leave a review. I know we've been going for a minute, but don't talk about that part. But just tell them why you listen to the Scorpion Show podcast. And it was good to be back. And also, yesterday I posted the video of us recording the podcast. Just to give you guys a video. Don't get used to that. I know some people say, well, I'd rather look at y'all, but no, you listen to us and download us. Download our podcast. Support us. It's not that hard. It's free. Everything is free.
Everything's free. Everything's a quarter.
Yeah.
Quarter machines. Quarter. Everything is a quarter.
Yeah.
She never lied. She never lied about that. No.
And I went there the other day. And I wasn't mad at it, though. Of course. Everything. No, bitch, it was $3.75 to wash a big load of clothes. I mean, but it only take like 30 minutes.
10 damn people in my house. Quarter. Oh my God.
The dryers, they could work on them dryers because it shouldn't take 5 quarters to get it to dry my clothes. I don't care how many clothes I put in there. It shouldn't take that long. But other than that, and it's right there, right across the street. So it's good. But, so yeah. So we got the podcast back. We got the video up. If you missed it, go ahead and check it out. If you haven't downloaded our podcast, please download our podcast. Every Friday, we will be delivering you guys a new Scorpion Show podcast. One moment. And also, we want to bring back Ask Kevin and Mikkel. So, but no stupid questions. No. Oh, I think he loved me, but I'm not sure. I don't want that. I want some good questions, some good topic. Send it to the Scorpion Show at gmail.com. The Scorpion Show at gmail.com. So if you're watching now, you got a good question or something burning you want to ask, go ahead and send it to us. We'll see it on Thursday, by Thursday before we record our next podcast. What else? Deaths. It's just death. We're just surrounded by deaths starting 2022. Sidney Poitier, 94. Mm-hmm. 94, first African American male to win. Well, first black man, because I think he's from the island. Mm-hmm. To win a
Well, he's Bahamian, but he was born in Florida. He was born in the United States.
All right.
So, however that goes,
Yeah. Well, we'll say first African. Yeah. First African to
just
win
first black man.
Yeah,
because I know a lot of people didn't like some years ago when I described him as the first African American. They said he's not African American. So I said, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh boy, I'm sorry. When you don't say it the right way,
right,
they'll get you. Mm-hmm. Especially what is it, the Bahamians?
Bahamians.
Well, especially them. They'll get you.
Yeah, well,
Don't take him away from us. Okay.
I've had a bad experience. You know, I've been to the Bahamas. I had a good time.
Yeah, I had a good time too.
Yeah, I would love to go back, and I love their accents. And they were very nice people.
Yeah, well,
You know,
they have to be.
Well, yeah, they have to be,
Yeah.
especially if they want you to spend
Pay the
money.
Hell fucking no. Okay.
Right.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
You know.
So,
I'm here for a good time. Not a long time. So
and I wish I could have had a good time, but my boat was not there for a long time. So I had time.
Oh, that's when you went on the cruise with Keenan's Church?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know, I was on the apps looking and seeing what was out there.
Oh, boy.
But they was at Atlantis, and I was like away. I wasn't near Atlantis.
We went to Atlantis.
How was it?
When we went, it was, well, we didn't stay. We just walked through.
Oh,
yeah, we walked, but we snuck through the aquarium part because we wasn't supposed to be in there.
Oh, they were charging to get in that part?
It was some, I think so, but it was like, however it was, we had to sneak through. We snuck through.
Have you ever been to the Georgia Aquarium?
No,
I
never been to the
love
aquarium.
that place. It's huge in there.
I've been to the Baltimore Aquarium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Which
we
is
all
really
been
nice,
there.
yeah,
Every
which
time we
is
go
really
to a
nice.
Baltimore trip.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've never been to the Georgia Aquarium.
Yeah, so
In Atlanta, right?
Right.
Okay.
So we had Sidney Poitier pass away at the age of 94. Now I know you know all his facts. Well, you know, because you like the old school movies. Mm-hmm. What were some of your films that he starred in or directed?
Uptown Saturday Night with him and Bill Cosby. That's an awesome film. They did that, and I think I think the sequel was Let's Do It Again or whatever it was. But him and Bill Cosby, it's a comedy. Sidney Poitier, not Sidney Poitier. I'm sorry. Harry Belafonte also stars in that film, but he stars as the criminal. That's a good film. In the Heat of the Night, mm-hmm. which is a really good film. That film is, years later, the television show In the Heat of the Night came out.
That's where it came from.
But Sidney Poitier starred in the film In the Heat of the Night that came out in the 60s, which was a really, really good film. Another good film of Sidney Poitier's is Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? The original
I've
Guess Who's
seen
Coming
that
to
one.
Dinner.
It was on Netflix.
Yes. The remake was some years ago with Ashton Kutcher and Bernie Mac. It was a comedy, whatever. But the original Guess Who Coming to Dinner came out in the 60s, and it was not a comedy. It was a drama. And it was
serious.
It was a really good film about a white woman who was engaged to this black man, and she was introducing him to her white parents. And, yeah, it's really good. When that film came out, I think in 1967, it was not shown in a lot of theaters because we're talking about the 60s and we're talking about a black man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Also, the film that he won the Oscar for, it was called Lilies of the Field. He played this black, this like handyman at this convent with these nuns, and he befriends these nuns at the convent, whatever the case may be. And that's the film that he won his Oscar for. That too was not shown in a lot of theaters, particularly down south at the time. And it's so funny because when he died, on my page, I posted the clip of the night that he won the Oscar, and it's just amazing because you think this is 1964, and the first time a black man is winning the Oscar for Best Actor, and it was just like, wow, like, just every time I see that clip, I'm just like, wow, like, it's amazing. He looked great. It's just amazing. But those are my favorite films of Sidney Poitier. Those are my favorite Sidney Poitier films. And yeah, he was just a classic guy. Like, he was just classy. Him and Harry Belafonte, who is still living. Yeah, rest in peace to him. I would recommend you guys to really check out Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and In the Heat of the Night. I would really recommend you guys to look for those two films. Those two films in particular. Yeah. They're really good movies. They really are. And yeah, he lived a long life. He lived a long life.
94.
For a year. And, back in 2002, when he received that honorary Oscar, he received the honorary Oscar the same night that Denzel won for Best Actor and Halle Berry won for Best Actress. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it was just an all-around... And I watched it that night live, and it was just an all-around great night watching the Oscars.
I remember that night.
Yeah.
But I wasn't watching the Oscars.
Yeah, I was... What were you doing? But yeah,
it's a shame.
But you remember.
Yes, I sure
Yes, I
do.
know that's
I'll never
right.
forget where I was. Tyler Berry had one.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching it. I remember crying. I didn't start out crying when Halle Berry won, but it was just like how emotional she was on that stage that made me start crying. Like, oh my God, like, she's crying. And then I remember the next day, it was just all over the news.
Yes.
Like a black woman had won an Oscar for Best Actress. And that is the only time
Yes.
that a black woman has won an Oscar for Best Actress.
You know what? Another thing I
The only
remember about
time.
that?
And that's 20 years ago.
Yeah. 20 years ago.
And the Oscars have been around since 1928. That is 90, what? That's 93 years now. This year we'll be celebrating the 93rd annual Oscars. And only one time in 93 years that a black woman has won an Oscar for Best Actress. Not Best Supporting, but Best Actress.
And
It's unbelievable.
I remember everybody trying to wear that dress.
That dress that she wore, right. I think it was like a Versace dress.
I don't even know who was made by it, but everybody tried to copy that dress and wore to their prom. And some of y'all looked a fucking mess.
Yeah, no, that's
I
when
know
she was
y'all
married
right.
to
Eric Benet.
freaky Eric Benet, and then later on we found out how he was just a
sex
a
maniac.
sex maniac.
Sometimes you can't get enough of it.
No, sometimes you can't
But it should be with the same person.
if you're married,
Really?
or if y'all have that agreement, understanding. Yeah,
This is good, Mikhail.
it looks good.
I had to make my dinner because I had a long day. Didn't go to sleep last night.
And please don't talk about him eating food, because you know what? Years ago when we used to eat on camera, a lot of folks used to talk down on us because we eat on camera. And then some years later, all these mud bucks or whatever the hell they're called, mukbang videos came about where everybody's eating and you hear them chewing and all that, and y'all love that. Oh my God, y'all can't get enough of that.
Right.
But when we did it, back in 2008 and 2009,
You'll never have this.
how dare you guys do that? You'll never. You won't last. You won't last a year in this town. Okay. You know, I would open a pack of Skittles. Here he go eating.
But let me tell you, there was this, I was on Twitter. And there's this Twitter. Now, you know I like to see a good fight. Mikhail, this Twitter is called She Got Hands. And when I tell you, I went through hundreds of videos last night. And I mean, I couldn't believe because the clock kept going by. I kept rewinding fights. And I ran into this one particular video where this lady was bothering somebody on the train. And out of nowhere, this 6-foot-something lady, black lady, starts to say, oh, so you wants to beat up on people. So she started attacking the lady. But the lady would never attack her back. She said, no, I'm hitting you. And slapping her knee. I mean, tearing her ass up.
And she wouldn't hit her back.
No, she would not. Lady had blood all down. But still,
She was the lady was a white woman that was getting hit.
she was like an Asian, I don't know who was getting hit.
Because for some odd reason, they bleed fast.
It was like an Asian lady that got hit in the face. Like, I mean, tore her face. She got hit. I mean, I seen fights in schools, outside at people's houses, people getting dragged out their house, people fighting with baseball. I couldn't believe the videos that I was seeing. And I was just eating it up for hours.
I know that's
Eating
right.
it up. Then it was time to go to work. Mind you, I fell asleep at 4:15. My alarm went off at 4:30. Like, what the fuck? Like, why you even lay back down?
And you actually got up?
I sure did.
I know, because I did that Saturday. I had to go to work, and I worked I did a 12-hour shift. And I was supposed to be up around 6 to be there at 7.
Right.
I hopped in the shower and everything. I didn't realize how long I was in the shower. But
Tell me about it.
I was in the shower for so long because I had just went to sleep around 3-something that morning. So I was basically standing in the shower wanting to wake up.
Right in the hot water.
Baby, when I got off of work that night,
You got me a beer.
I got in the house, and I want to say by 8:30, 9 o'clock, it was no more McKellen.
Yeah.
And I didn't wake up until literally the next morning when it was time to get up for church. And then I was laying in the bed contemplating, are you going to get up and go to church?
Yeah, I seen you went to somebody's church.
Yeah, I went to the church that I usually go to when I don't go to my church. I went there, and I'm glad I did because it was close to home. And the service was fast. And it was time to go.
He said service was fast.
Yeah, well, they did what they needed to do. He got up there, preached, had a good word, Good message. I got my car and I drove home.
Okay.
And I got back in the bed.
And then they said, why you ain't come to church? Anybody from your church?
Well, no. I mean, I did talk to some people like a few days before but I hadn't visited this church since Easter of last year.
What church is this?
Well, Harold Davis, but they changed the name to House of Faith.
Yes.
So I hadn't been there since Easter of last year, and because of this COVID and everything, a lot of people churches are different. So
Oh, they don't let everybody.
well, no, not that they don't let everybody in, but I don't know. It's just like this whole, every church has different rules.
Right.
This church allows certain people in. This church allows
right.
different rules. Mm-hmm. So I just was like,
no new friends for right
no
now.
new friends. But I went to go visit, and I'm glad I did. And then I went home.
Yeah. And also, y'all, Bob Saget passed away yesterday. Mind you, he just merely, like I'm gonna say, hours after doing a comedic show in Orlando, Florida. He did a show. He tweeted about it, and then we found out last night that they found him in his hospital room.
Not hospital.
I meant hotel. Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Found him in his hotel room dead, and they checked. They said it was, they didn't see any signs of foul play or drugs or anything like that. So they're not sure, and they did an autopsy this morning. So we'll find out what happened.
He either probably had a heart attack or
I don't know.
a stroke. Either, I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
But he clearly was by himself because somebody found him. Yeah.
65 years old, and that's young.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I wasn't even thinking about Bob Saget, but just to know.
Yeah, I have a quick story. I know for a fact I told this some years ago on the show, but Bob Saget's first cousin was my gym teacher.
No, but I know he's from Philly.
Yes, she was my gym teacher in high school.
What was her name?
Miss Saget.
Oh,
yep, her name was Miss Saget, and she we had two gym teachers. We had Miss Peterson, who was a black woman, and then we had Miss Saget.
I knew you were about to say that.
Yeah. I don't remember her being mean. I remember Miss Peterson being the fuck mean. She didn't like me, and I didn't like her. But Miss Saget, I don't remember her being mean. I just remember her being her own person, and she did her own thing. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
But she was nice to y'all.
Yeah, I don't remember her being mean. She was just a gym teacher. And she wasn't really a memorable gym teacher. The only reason why I remember her is because I remember she was Bob Saget's first cousin. So
now my gym teacher was the same way, but see, at that time I didn't know what that's what it was. Mm-hmm. I just thought that's.
Trust me, you knew.
I just thought that's how you dressed.
No, you knew her. Yeah, you knew her.
Yeah.
Yep.
She kind of reminded me of
like a sailor tattoos all over her. Yeah, she was. Yes.
My gym teacher kind of reminded me of it's Pat, where you don't know if it's a man or a woman.
It's Pat.
You never hear Pat? It's Pat from Saturday Night Live.
I don't really watch Saturday.
Oh my God, Mikhail, you don't know if it's a man or a woman.
But you're trying it. It's Pat.
Well, bitch, I tell no lies.
I don't like the way you're holding that fork.
I know.
You're holding it like a child, or like somebody.
No, because you're
holding it like a prisoner.
No, it wasn't enough meat on it. You know what I'm saying?
You're still holding it wrong.
I'm not.
But anyway, it's Pat. Wow, I could have looked that up. It's Pat.
Googling it. I'm surprised, but you set your phone down.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Wait a minute.
Well, we've got that.
We had. But she knew karate.
Okay.
She's gotten how to defend yourself.
She wasn't from Oklahoma, was she?
No. She was from Philly.
Okay. Because we had.
I remember her name, but I don't want to say her name because I don't know if she's alive or dead. I don't know.
We had a few people from Oklahoma and Arkansas who said we heard what y'all said.
Oh yeah.
I said, listen.
Yeah. We didn't mean to go into Oklahoma.
We didn't mean to,
but we did.
But I mean. And then when you said, why would we go there unless we're getting paid? And then you said, and why would we be getting paid to go there? I don't know. But you know what? Shout out to Oklahoma. Because that was an Oscar-winning film back in the day. Over 60 years, there was a musical called Oklahoma.
Never heard of it.
Yep. Yes.
I just be, Mama. So y'all know. sorry. We suffered deaths this weekend. I mean, last week with the children and the mothers passing away. That story tore me up. They
Passing away from.
Yeah, and they was in Fairmount.
Passing away from.
You didn't the fire. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking we already. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, some people didn't see last week. Yeah. Video.
There was a fire. And they said 12 people, and the majority of them were children. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the children passed and their moms passed. They're still trying to investigate. They think that a child may have set a Christmas tree on fire or was playing with fire. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But, you know, PHA, for them, these families not to have working smoke detectors, I hate when I hear those stories that smoke detectors don't work. Mm-hmm. Everybody, we all need to be responsible in making sure our smoke detectors work now. Mm-hmm. Y'all know I lived with 13, 14, 15 people, sometimes 16, depending on who my mom let stay there and who child too. Mm-hmm. So when you got that many people, when that smoke alarm goes off, the whole house goes off. And, you know, there was a time when they try to turn it off. Like, no, you cannot turn this off because what if a real serious fire break out in here? You don't want nothing to be happening. You don't know because the smoke alarm's not working.
You know what I think, too? You know, a lot of people are upset with PHA, rightfully so.
Because they let so many people live in the house?
No, not because they let so many people live in the house. Because you know what? PHA said, listen, we don't have a cap on how many people can stay in these houses. Oh, yeah, we don't tell people how many people can stay there. Understandable. And then, like I told you last week, what the mayor said, we can't judge people because, you know, some people may have been taking people, their family in who didn't have a place to stay. And they kept having babies. And so we can't judge that either. I do know that they said that one of the families moved there about 10 years ago. And when they first moved there, it was just the mother and her 3 daughters and 2 grandchildren. And then that number...
Yeah, because she had children and then they let other siblings stay there. So,
but, you know, PHA is at fault when it comes to the smoke detector. Because they did say that they checked, the last time they checked was in May of 2021. Now, they may have checked and it was working and it may have stopped working after they left. But I think that once a year is not enough to be checking a smoke detector. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that you should be responsible.
Yeah, change the battery at least every 6 months.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, I mean, it's just unfortunate. But I also think that we as residents, whether we are renting or owning, we need to be more responsible when it comes to smoke detectors as well. Because I'm not just going to keep relying on PHA or my landlord to come and change a smoke detector. Because at the end of the day, it is my life that I'm responsible for. And if I keep saying, oh, well, I called and they called, but it's a smoke detector. You can easily go get one and replace it your damn self. You know what I mean? Or replace the battery yourself. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily need a landlord to come and change the battery for you. It's a smoke detector. You know what I mean? Like, you mean to tell me, and I'm not saying that this is the case, but this is this is where a lot of people are accusing PHA, and of course I agree that PHA is wrong, but I also have to look at it this way. You mean to tell me you let a smoke detector beep, beep, beep for that whole time and nobody thought to change the battery? Like, come on, that's...
Yeah, you can hear... Remember, on our videos, you would hear the smoke...
Last week I heard it in the hallway.
I still hear it.
Yeah, still hear it. Yeah. Yeah.
But
I'm just trying to figure out which one of y'all residents in this building is going to change that battery.
You?
I don't live here. I don't live here. So I'm not going to change no battery.
I know one thing. Let my flame get high enough. Oh, that alarm
this one right here works. Yeah.
She goes right off, and it's so irritating because I don't know what the whole apartment is going on. Right. But I never hear nobody else's. So.
And that one that goes off is in the hallway. That smoke detector that we hear is obviously in the hallway.
Right. Yeah. But I remember everybody change the battery, Kevin, change the battery. I don't think they ever hear the one in the hallway. But I can hear it clear as
You don't think whoever hears it?
No. Because I've never heard anybody say anything about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can hear it. See it, just know.
Yeah.
maybe I'll be the responsible resident and see what type of battery they need and change.
Well,
it.
somebody needs to be responsible.
Yeah.
Because I told you last week, I said, well, I don't think the landlord knows that it's beeping. Y'all going to have to call him.
Oh, he knows. He comes in here.
Well, somebody needs to change it. Because it's not safe. How about that?
All right. I'll get it changed just so we don't get stuck up in here.
Well, I won't get stuck. Yeah, I won't get stuck.
The roof is right.
Because one thing about me,
you're not escaping fire.
let me tell you something.
You escaped plenty of fire.
Hello, you hear me? You better know it, okay? All I'm gonna say is, let's
sense.
go. If you don't, I will never forget. As long as I live. Remember that airport? It's not funny, so don't laugh. But remember when that guy started shooting in the airport in Florida?
Yes, and y'all said something to my mom. Bitch.
Bitch, you were sitting. No, you weren't there.
Yes, I was.
And I didn't say nothing to your mom. Your mom was sitting here.
I started it.
I was sitting here. Amber was either sitting next. Amber was sitting somewhere. And we was watching the news about it just happening. And I was just like, oh my God. You know, we was just all saying how it was such a shame that happened. And Amber, I will never forget.
Like, Mom, where you going?
No, I asked Amber. Amber was at her phone like this, just scrolling. And I said, Amber, what would you do if it was you and Bart in the airport and somebody started doing that? And she said, I would tell her, one time, let's go. And if she don't come, I'm leaving her. I said, oh. And your mom sat there on the edge of that thing looking at her. And Amber never looked up from that phone. I don't think she ever saw your mom looking at her. She never looked up from that phone. She just kept saying, I'm going to tell her one time, let's go. And if she don't come, I'm leaving her. I think I laughed so hard.
Yeah.
Because your mom just was looking at her like some fucking bitch. But you got to come. And I'm like, Amber, I'm going to tell you one time, let's go. And if you don't go, then that's on you. Because I'm not sticking around.
Can you picture her trying to? Hell. I would just have to die.
No, your mom would. She might get them on that damn floor. Amber knew she couldn't. Wasn't going to be able to run. And she told us, let's go. Let's go with her.
I think she even asked her, where's you going? Where are you going? Because he had that thing. He was ready.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
I sometimes go back to that video where he pulled out, started shooting. It's a horrible video to watch. And then the aftermath video when they're recording in the video, when people in the airport are actually recording it and the dead bodies are laying on the ground and people are screaming and, trying to wake. And the one lady, she walks past one of the bodies and she's like, oh my God, I was sitting next to her on the plane. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I saw the unedited video one time before they snatched it off and then, it was horrible. I said, oh my God, like, what the hell?
You don't have to worry about me.
That man should have never been allowed to have that gun. I don't give a fuck where it was at. He shouldn't have not been allowed to have that gun. I don't think guns should be allowed on planes, period. I don't care if they're under the... I don't agree. Because once you get to the baggage area, like he was at, and get your badge, you can open the fucking bag and put the gun out and start shooting.
They still let people take it with them?
Yeah, but you have to have the bullets or whatever out. And you can, they put it, under the plane. You can't bring it on as a carry-on. They put it on under the plane. But the thing about that is, when that man started shooting at the airport, he was at the baggage claim area.
He went in the bathroom
I don't know if he went in the bathroom.
I think he went in the bathroom to like load the gun.
Yeah, because he had gotten it from his bag. So it's like, either way, they're still going to have access to the gun in the airport.
That was some years ago.
Yeah, like 2015 or something like that. I just know I couldn't stop laughing when Amber said that. Oh. When I tell you.
So Meek Mill posted on Twitter that smoking weeds get him down, and then when he's not smoking, when he's sober, he's happy as hell. You know what? I don't know. I would say if smoking weed makes you depressed, then you need to stop smoking it. or maybe it's the stuff you're being supplied. I don't know, but all weed tastes the same to me, and it makes me sleepy as hell. Like if I know if I smoke weed, I'm gonna take a good nap somewhere. It's just.
When's the last time you smoked weed?
Oh, that day I didn't get the position, and I met with Eddie.
Up. Oh.
Yes, I went to Eddie's house, and he knew why I was coming there because I needed to calm down because that was like my first day where I ever just wanted my mom and I couldn't, and I just wanted to just talk and I just wanted to, I just didn't have it. So yeah. So I said, bitch, let's smoke. So we smoked, we drank, and then I went to sleep on his couch. Then I woke up and brought my ass home. And then a couple days later, I found out I got a raise. A nice raise.
How about it? Look at God. Thank God for Jesus. Have mercy.
Y'all, and again, I ain't gonna talk about the people in my job because they actually watching these videos now. So Meek, you need something that's gonna uplift you, make you feel better, or you know what could also make you feel good. But I happen to go to smoke that weed. Therapy is good. Maybe you should try it, Meek. But I think that you posting that you smoking weed and it makes you depressed, I think that was a cry for help. I've never seen people get depressed from smoking weed. I always see people just be chill, relax. Yeah, I don't know. Mikhail, you ever smoke weed? You ever buffed it?
No.
You ever get peer pressure or contact?
Do I look like somebody that get peer pressure? No.
Yes, we all suffered a little peer pressure somewhere, but yeah. So but with that fire, I forgot to tie it into New York City. My goodness, 19 people passed. That was horrible. With the space heater, and my friend on Saturday night, he was talking about he wanted to buy a space heater, and I'm like, you don't need no space heater, because that's the last thing you do. You turn your space heater on, you fall asleep, and then the fire done break out, everything around you done burnt, or you could die. And in this situation, they said with the space heater lit up the mattress, and the type of apartment it was on the second and the third floor.
This in New York,
right? And they kept talking about a door that didn't close, and smoke was able to get through the apartment. The smoke, they said if the door was closed, the smoke wouldn't have been able to get out. But because the door was open, the smoke just went everywhere. And so many people have been injured. Like I've seen like 60 people critically injured. And then the deaths came. So it was 19. I hope there aren't any more deaths. Let me tell y'all, fire is very ugly. Y'all know I've been through it myself. But I just can't imagine what those families are going through, especially when deaths are involved.
And then it's multiple family members. It's not just one. It's multiple family members in one family dying at one time.
Let me tell you.
It just made me think of
I just got chills and my heart is pumping.
Yes, it just made me think of 9/11. Did you see that documentary on Hulu?
Probably not.
I
really think I'm 9/11 out.
Yeah,
when it comes to all the different documentaries.
You gotta watch this one, Kevin. When I tell you, remember how I used to talk about that one documentary that I said the French brothers. Oh, I'm sorry.
But go ahead.
But the French brothers going inside the towers that day. I used to always talk about that documentary. Well, this one on Hulu is 10 times better than that. It's really good. Well, anyway, there's one scene where this guy, and those of you that watch it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This man was staying at the Marriott that was between the Twin Towers when it happened. And he actually that morning was going to a business meeting at one of the towers. Well, he never left his hotel. He was in the lobby of his hotel when the first hit. So, he got to see, whatever the case may be, he was helping people, outside or whatever. One lady, her and her coworker were standing at the bus stop outside waiting for a bus in front of the building when it happened, and the jet fuel poured down and burned her. Well, anyway, he was helping when the second plane because I don't want to say too,
Right.
it'll get us flagged. When his sister and niece was on the second plane, and he didn't even know. And then the first one, his sister's best friend was on that one. And all three of them were going to the same spot, the same place. The sister, her best friend, and her daughter, they were all going to the same place. But they happened to just get on 2 different flights. But both of their flights were apart. Oh! But when he later found out, because his brother-in-law called him to tell him, and he said, wait a minute, I couldn't believe that this is all going on, and my sister and my niece are on that plane that just, it was horrible. And I'm just thinking, like, not just one family member, but 2 family members, and like you're grieving for 2. So now with this fire, it was over 5 family members in this fire. So you know what I mean? Like, you're grieving. It's bad enough when you're grieving from one family member, but then when you're grieving from multiple family members, it's like, oh my God, like I can only imagine the headache and the heartache. Like, you can't even, like they interviewed this one lady the day that it happened. She was a relative of the people in the fire, and they asked her something, and she said, I have no emotions. She said, I have no emotions right now because I'm still trying to process what happened. She said, I have no emotion at all. And I was just like, oh my God. It's horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, don't take where you live for granted. Don't take having a roof over your head for granted. Because I remember that fire that we had 6 years ago. And bitch, you had a house, you had a place to go to, food you wanted to cook. Then when you didn't have that, it's either you gotta stay at someone else's house or you're staying at the Red Cross. It was just horrible. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. But yeah, we all gotta be careful what we bring into our homes and what we do. It was just 19 people. That thing, that's horrible. And they said that was their deadliest in 30 years, and they said in Philly this was the deadliest one in over 100 years. So I read this story about Drake. I don't know if this is true. Did you hear about it? Drake and hot sauce.
No.
So
I don't really follow him like that.
So an Instagram model is suing Drake because she said that she met Drake, they had consensual sex, he wore a condom, he ejaculated into the condom, and when he was done, he tied it up and threw it in the trash. She says that she took the condom, I guess tried to open it up. I guess she was trying to get the fluids to impregnate herself. But she said when she put the condom on her vagina, she got this real burning sensation, really, really, really bad. And it comes to find out, she said that Drake put hot sauce inside the condom to kill the sperm.
So
why is she suing him? I don't know.
Right. Well, did he come out and say it was true that he did that?
I don't know if this is true because I don't.
Let's just say if it is true.
Right.
Let's just say it's true. Why are you upset with him?
Yeah, because who told you to
because
do that?
who goes in a trash can, gets a condom, you got what was coming to you.
Yeah.
So why should I feel sorry for you?
Yeah.
Because I don't.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
You said, you think I'm not supposed to feel sorry for that
you, bitch? Because I don't. You think I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch? Because I don't. Why would she feel sorry for somebody who loves her? Am I supposed to feel sorry for that bitch? Because I don't. Yeah.
Right. So
that's actually smart, Drake. Yeah. It's actually smart.
Yeah.
If you did it. But, if you didn't do it and she's making this up, then something's wrong with her.
But I can't picture all of these basketball players, them all being responsible for putting on condoms.
No.
Well,
look at Tristan Thompson.
He don't even do it for me.
Me neither, because he just looks stupid. He just looks stupid. He just looks stupid. And it's a shame because Tristan Thompson is not a bad looking guy. But his stupidity makes him look stupid and ugly. Because he's stupid.
So we'll take him back.
Of course. She'll take him back. She's already back. That's why we're... Well, I'm just saying, we don't say or anything. He's not continuously apologizing because he's back in the house.
Because they got their daughter together.
Yeah, that'll be the excuse. Because my daughter. We have to raise our daughter.
That should never be the reason why you let somebody walk over you like a doormat.
It's not okay to let a
children.
motherfucker pound on you.
No, it's not. Or cheat on you. It can take you to do it. What is wrong with... Never mind.
I don't know.
Jim Jones claimed it was a joke. I don't think it was a joke. Listen, y'all, I'm tired of shit. I don't think that was a joke. But who mom like does stuff like that? You gonna practice kiss on me? That's not normal to do stuff like that.
No, it wasn't a joke. And he said it so confidently, and then it wasn't until the backlash came about that he claimed that it was a joke. But then you claim it was a joke. You didn't call your mom for y'all to communicate with each other, because then she came out in the video and said, well, she had to teach him. She was teaching him basically so that other people wouldn't get over him. So you're saying it's a joke, but she's saying no, it really did happen. So it's like, Jim, you should have never said anything.
Barbara never said, you know what, let me show you how to French kiss. No.
Oh, God.
No.
It just all makes sense why it is that she was the way she was towards Chrissy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because she really wanted Jim for herself.
But that's, but a lot of mothers, I don't know if Jim Jones is the only child, but I know mothers can be overprotective. And she's one of them. Mama D is one of them too, over scrappy. But I can't picture her like, yeah, I'm going to teach you how to do this. Mama D looked like she had her own thing she was into. I just can't see him now. The only thing, what I remember is from my mom and my sister is about cleanliness. Be clean. Be clean. Keep everything clean. Especially if you know you about to do something with somebody, you need to be clean. How you expect, I still remember, I don't know, I was probably in my early teens. She said, how you expect somebody to, if you're not clean? And you know what I'm talking about.
Mm.
How you expect somebody to put their mouth there? How you expect somebody to put their mouth on you and you're not clean? Because I know you ain't. I'm serious. I'm serious. That's the stuff my mom said. Don't do that. Because ain't nobody ever. I mean, maybe.
Motherfuckers think that you're gagging because it's big. No, I'm gagging because it stinks.
Shut up.
I'm not even entertaining anything that stinks. I'm just not.
Yeah.
No, we can't do that.
Yeah, I can't.
Because then that's lowering my standards. I'm not entertaining nothing that stinks. No. Because then that means that you don't even think highly. First of all, you don't think highly of yourself. Mm-hmm. But then you don't think highly of me.
Yeah.
We can't do that.
I've just been told that the importance of smelling good, that's just something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then like if your feet dirty, your coochie dirty, or your other body parts dirty, I done heard all kinds of stuff. But yeah, on to what else is going on, Mikhail, is... So I had a chance to watch the show Selling Tampa. Because, AOC tested positive, and all the Republicans got something to say about it, but I thought this was a hoax, But I still was kind of mad because she was just out there doing her thing with no mask on, and she kind of campaigned for it and got elected to get this virus. But I'm glad that she's triple vaccinated. She's cool. The show Selling Tampa, I had a chance to watch it last week. The only problem that I have is that they were not selling houses on there to me. To me, it was more about the drama of the show, and they're all now trying to defend themselves after DJ Envy called them out. Mm-hmm. But he's telling the truth. And the girl that runs the place, she reminds me of Evelyn Lozada. Mm-hmm. Come to find out now, she just had a baby by Chad. Mm. I couldn't believe it. But it was the vibe for me that she was given. And then, like, later on in the episode, Chad is there, like, I think on FaceTime. And she's pregnant by him. And she ain't had a baby yet, but I think she just had the baby recently. When you watch a show like that, you want to see, especially when you got black women, I want to see how y'all sell homes to the people down in Tampa. And not one house was sold on camera. Mm.
So, but they said that they did sell, because I remember the response was, we did sell
They claim that they got it.
I don't know if they said there was 2.
But we ain't meet the sellers. We ain't never see what happened after the people that told her we want you to find our house this weekend because they were trying to spend like $10 million. We didn't see it. We just didn't see it. Like y'all got your drama, but y'all wasn't that. It wasn't that. It wasn't like.
It wasn't giving what it was supposed to give.
No, and the one that do want to leave and maybe get her own brokerage, I say go ahead and do it, because the lady Sherelle, she was just more like, oh well, first of all they was getting 95%. They was getting 95% of the sales, and they was giving her the firm 5%. Then she changed it to 80%, 20%. So y'all get 80% of the sale, I get 20% of the sale. Only one person stood up to her. Only one person. And nobody else thought that was okay. Like, no, it's all right because everybody had their little excuses. Oh, I'm happy here. No. You're cutting my pay by 15%. And if you cut my pay by 15%, it needs to be worth being cut by 15%. That's just like your job telling you, well, you know what? We're going to just slash your pay break by 15%. We'll still let you work here, but you'll make 15% less. Why?
Right.
Somebody better tell me some shit. And they just didn't stick up for themselves or anything. And Sherelle's one of the people, if nobody's holding you hostage, if you want to go, there's the door. Then, when one of the girls was talking to her and she was talking about getting her own brokerage, why would you want to do that? Blah, 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 blah. No! But weren't you the bitch that just said, if you want to leave, there's the door. I'm not holding you hostage. I'm not forcing you to stay here. Or none of that. Now you're trying to get this girl not to do her own little thing. I don't like shit like that. I don't like that. But overall, it was an entertaining show. But it was more about their drama than selling a house. And I heard that's not what selling Sunset is all about. So, I don't know what these ladies are saying, like, oh, no, y'all just didn't sell no houses to me. Y'all showed houses, y'all embarrassed one of the girls that couldn't sell a house, then y'all later fired her.
That's why I don't watch shows like this.
Yeah, it's tough because I want to get back into these reality shows and I would love to talk about them, but some of them don't give you that, like, damn it.
They're just making a reality show over anything.
Yeah.
They're just doing anything now, you know.
Yeah, I've never been the one to watch the selling houses thing because they got that on
like HGTV or whatever, the home shopping.
Yeah, or Bravo,
yeah, stuff like that.
Flippers or some shit. And I'm like, Below Deck, that's the
Flip My House or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's just not my thing. But because I seen black women, I said, hey, why not? And hey, why not? You know, but my it's time for me to get ready to go to bed. I am so sorry. If my energy is kind of off, but I'm super, super tired. I'm gonna take my ass to bed. I will see you Thursday. Everybody, if you have not listened to the podcast, please make sure you listen to our podcast. Like this video, comment this video. Was there something? Wait, before we leave, was there one more thing? That Cardi B and Cuban Doll. I'm going to save that for the podcast because I want to have all of my notes. Now, I know what I seen and I know what the argument was about, but one thing I don't have time for is somebody to say, oh, you got one little piece wrong and then everybody run with that. I don't have time for that. But I've seen everything. And for the life of me, why do Cardi got to argue with people that are beneath her? Cardi getting like 20,000 likes for a tweet. This girl only getting 300 something likes.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have even paid her no mind. I don't. You know, the girl lost me when Cardi mentioned something from 2017, and girl said, "Oh, well, that's old. You mentioned something from 2017, girl. Bye, that's old." And I'm thinking to myself, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
when it is.
Yeah,
you said it.
You said it, and you did it, and you sneaked this to her twice,
right?
And then you deleted those tweets.
And then you deleted those tweets, right?
Yeah.
And then at first it was, "Oh no, your man was trying to fuck my friend." Then when you got court on camera, it was like, oh, well, I don't really know the girl, da 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 da, this, that, and the third. Then, when you and Cardi are going back and forth the other day, oh, your man tried to fuck me. Cardi said, well, which one is it? Because you told me before that he was trying to fuck your friend. Now you're telling me he's trying to fuck you. Which one is it? Me, personally, I believe he tried to fuck the friend and her.
Both of them.
Yeah.
But Cardi did get that.
Yeah. But, you know, it doesn't matter because Cardi's still with him. And she's not going nowhere. Because she loves him. They like men who cheat on them. They really do. They know these men cheat on them. So, the beef was really stupid. I didn't even understand what the fuck I was reading. Like, what is going on?
Oh, I understood it. Cardi just got in that girl's ass.
She should have.
Did.
As she should have.
She really did.
Because at the end of the day, you're Cardi B. Well, first of all, can we just talk about one last thing?
Yeah.
So, some man was arrested for making a fake bomb threat at a Doja Cat concert because he wanted to
meet her.
No, because he wanted to skip the line and be up front. Not a Beyonce concert, a Doja Cat concert.
You know she's pretty popular.
Yeah, but who's doing all of that, Kevin? Nobody's not doing that. To skip the line and you make a bomb threat.
People that want Doja Cat. Couldn't have been me.
Like, just wait in line like everybody the fuck else. Now look, you're charged with what? Isn't that a felony? To make a bomb threat? It should be. It should be. You shouldn't be able to call the cops and do something like that.
That's terroristic threat.
Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Yeah, hold on, y'all. I just gotta hit record for my wrestling.
What do you
record?
record
They're
at?
in Philly tonight too.
Who?
Wrestling.
Where, at the Wells Fargo? What are you recording on, your computer or TV?
Oh no, I'm recording on Hulu.
Oh.
Cause I got Hulu Live. But I'm going to bed. You gotta go get me a sleeping pill. I shouldn't have said it on camera, but yeah, I'm going to take me a sleeping pill and take my ass to bed. Hey y'all, thank y'all for watching. We will see y'all on Thursday. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Bonnie Blue because I just seen that she hit 90,000 subs. So congratulations to her. Now you less than 10,000 away from 100K, and I'll see you when you get there.
And follow my new Instagram, Mikkel35.
Yes.
They deactivated Mikkel86. Hopefully I get it back. But if you're not following me, follow Mikkel35 on Instagram.
Yes, I do hope you get your page back because I mean all the classic pictures and videos.
I know.
But you got it all on that phone, right?
I do, but it's just like I want my page back.
Yeah.
I want my page back. And if I do get it back, I'll still keep Mikkel35.
You need to find somebody that can pull some strings. Be like, who you know what Instagram?
You know what? I need to, but then I'm also like, you know what? Just ride it out. Do it yourself. Because sometimes you don't want nobody to be able to say, oh, yeah, because I did this. No, you didn't. I did it myself.
On that note,
goodbye.
Why we just talking about the orange and shit? Lord.
Yeah. We sure were. And they're going.